doubt will lead the practitioner to the before thought. The doubt will lead the practitioner to the fundamental, up the ignorance, the basis of the self-attachment. And doubt become a great doubt. The great doubt will cut off the ignorance, the self-attachment. At that time, get back the original faith, or at that time, awakening, attain the enlightenment, live in the self nature, Buddha nature. So all the Buddha teaching provides the work to help the practitioner strong belief in his own mind, like believe in the self nature, Buddha nature. Believe the original mind, or our own mind will end the self-attachment, believe in the dualism, subjective and objective, believe that ignore the practitioner most of them always misunderstood. The mistake in the practice, they don't follow the teaching or the patriarch teaching. They don't always mention about the experience one to share the experience, the practice experience. That way, they always leave the self-attachment and ignorance. They cannot believe in the zone mind. They cannot maintain down, like maintain the practice, because they don't put the practice, like they don't emphasize practicing. They just like improve the background knowledge. They just chase to the super burden that they chase to the top rising and the top ending, beginning and the ending. Always chase to the dualism. So that's the problem of the practitioner. The rise of the Dharma, that's without self-attachment. Our practice methods, the Bhaja, provide the Buddha teaching, provide the Buddha idea. The right Dharma, Buddha Dharma, that suit our self-attachment. Nothing to gain, nothing to see, and nothing to fear. Then go back to maintain down, always maintain down. Mean that the direction to self nature, Buddha nature. Only down will help the practitioner end up the self-attachment and destroy the ignorance. But emphasize practice, always practice. Practice to asking the question very clearly. The Padre said, the Buddha provided methods, emphasize practice, no ending anything, not destroy anything, not destroy or not ending. We just practice, and the mistake, the illusion thought will end. Just like the flower space, the flower in space, the two don't have the flower space because the eyes get sick, so we see the flower in the space. But when the eyes is over at the six, become clear, and we find no flower in space, except as at the same as that our mind illusion, our karma, our self-attachment ignore, because the cities from the mind. The illusion mind create so many self-attachment, ignorance, many suffer, worry, fearing, anxiety. If the mind get over the sickness, the the also mind or the true mind uh, happen, we find out nothing, no anxiety, no suffer, no worry, fearing, etc. Should practice, don't misunderstood, and have to strong belief in our own mind. Xin thưa quý thầy, quý sư cô, cùng toàn thể quý bạn đồng tham. Ở trong kinh điển của Đức Phật cũng thường hay nói nhất thiết tu đà la.
Dear monastic sanghas and lay practitioners, welcome to our morning Dharma talk.
Kinh điển của Đức Phật đó.
So in one of the Buddha's texts, the Buddha says that all the teachings are the skillful means. It's just like the finger point at the moon. And we're supposed to look at the moon, but not at the finger. So what the Buddha tried to teach us here is to help us to return to our self nature, our pure mind. But because of our sentient beings, we are so good at our own habitual patterns and self-attachment, and we even attach to the words of the Buddha, and we attach to the words of the Buddha like we attach to the fingers and not the moon, and we try to analyze the fingers, and we forget about the true meaning of the Buddha. And if we think the fingers are the moon, then we fall into the wrong teaching. And when we rely on so in order for us to understand the moon, and eventually it should not be depends on the words anymore, but it should go directly into the mind, and we mistake and we mistaken think that we should get rid of the fingers. We should get rid of the teaching.
Mặc dù chúng ta không có nghĩ là không có hiểu biết, không có nắm bắt, nghĩa là càng ngày càng tu giống như càng ngày càng ngu ra, càng
and when we think that we should be getting really not smart or bright because of the practice, and we're afraid of letting go or letting go of our knowledge, and we will not let go our own knowledge, and we're not trust in our practice for our mind. We are afraid of death. We are afraid of all kinds of obstacles that may come at us. And also it's about the afraid of losing this cell, big cell. And just like a monkey, it's get greedy when it's try to get all the candies out of the jar and will not let go. And we're attached to the understanding. Our conventional understanding is the truth. So then Master likewise he said that when you reach to that state of mind, it's okay that your mind become very slow and even when you achieve something in a practice, insights, you also let it go as well. And you cannot hold on to any kind of insights. You have to let go. And right now we're not we're afraid to let go. We always recite and we cannot remember everything clearly, and we don't even say the true meaning or intention of the Buddha and the patriarch. And we want everything become permanent, and that is impossible. And when we deal with the state of death and we're not able to let go because we've been holding on for too long, and we're not able to hold on not only this life but previous lives. And because the main reason is we don't trust in our own mind. So the thing here is when we trust in our own mind, that means we don't do anything. We have to practice. So we have to realize this when we waste our time and practice and this body that we have in this life. So we should use all these good conditions for our practice and direct our mind to the original mind. And when we're talking about return to the original mind, it's about letting go of our own self or self-attachment. And the practice is, you can see in the bodhicitta practice. And when we have this bodhicitta mind, you're gonna practice until complete enlightenment. And in this process, it's gonna exhaust all the self-attachment, let go of the release all the subject and object, and the universal compassion is gonna show through our self-attachment, through our letting go of the subject and object. This has come from our own self nature. So again and again, that our practice is return to asking question and maintain the doubts. And this is what we call is entering the stream. And entering stream is going to lead us to the self nature or awakening from
ra khỏi cái đường
all
lối
of our
năng sở.
dreams
Cái
and leave
sát na
all the
cũng là một
conventional
cái năng sở tương đối sát na liền, ý thức.
and
Sát na là
live in
ý
all the
thức. Sát
condition
na đó là chấm dứt tất cả
of
vô
the
phiền não từ vô lượng kiếp.
subject and object.
Đó thì người
And this also
chỉ cần
alleviates
cái
all
sát
the
na đó thôi.
suffering from
Mà
so many lives.
cái sát na đó dẫn đến sự hành,
And this is living
có công phu,
in the
đầy đủ,
nanoseconds.
tự động,
This is
ngay
happens in a
như là Ngài Pháp Sư
nanosecond,
nói,
and
tin tự
this
tâm
come from our own
vững
practice.
và rõ ràng
And
trong 10
when
phần.
we
Như
really truly
công
have
phu tức
this
là bát nhã
right
đầy
trust
đủ
in the
toàn diện
mind,
10 phần. Hạnh Bồ Đề Tâm
this is come
10
from
phần.
our full
Ngộ ngay
prajna.
đó cũng là 10 phần.
And as long as you have the full prajna, and that's when you're gonna able to do it. And that's what I want to share this morning. And if you have any questions or you want to share your experience in practice, please raise your hand. Namo Sakya. Ms. Kim, please go ahead.
Dạ, Nam mô Bổn sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Con kính thưa quý thầy.
Namo Sakya Muni Buddha, dear monastic sagas and all Zen practitioners.
Con cũng nhớ là con đọc về trong Kinh Lăng Nghiêm có nói về 50 thứ ma ngủ ấm đó thầy.
And I have read the Sugama Sutra about 50 false mind in the practice, and this come from because of our strong attachment to the something to gain, something to seek, and something to fear. And when our mind has arise with all these thoughts that you want to achieve, to become the Buddha, the patriarch, and this is manifest from our own false mind, but it's not come from our own great doubt, like you said. All this come from our own mind that create the world. So can you expound more on this teaching so that we can able to clearly see the teaching in our practice? Thank you. So we have been talking about the 5 skandhas. The skandhas mean blocking or cover. And the other word, the same, aggregation and the skandhas is basically the same. So it's the 5 skandhas, the 5 aggregation, it's form, feelings, perceptions, volition, and the consciousness. So we have been using all those 5 skandhas very fluently, especially with the perceptions. And this is how the self-attachment manifests from this 5. So the 5 falls in the mind, because we still hold on to the 5 skandhas. So in the Heart Sutra, it's mentioned about 5 skandhas are empty. So this comments from the Zen master Phật Ấn and the famous poet So Dongpo. And when he came to listen to the Dharma talk by this Zen master So Dongpo, and there were no more seat for him. So he asked the Zen master to
nghe cái pháp bài trước đó
himself,
mà
make a
kiểu
chair
vậy
for him to sit
thì
on,
lúc
to
đó
use his
Phật
body
mới
as a
đáp
chair
là
to
ngủ
sit
uẩn
on.
hay không. Nếu mà ông học cái pháp mà cái pháp ngủ uẩn hay không, nếu mà không có rồi
And
thì ông ngồi ở đâu?
we've been learning and teaching
không có
you
trả
that
lời
the
được
five
á. Nếu mà
skandha
nói ngủ uẩn hay không thì cái
are
chỗ này
empty.
không có nói đến chỗ ngủ uẩn hay không á.
And
Nếu
you
mà ta
learn,
ban cái thân tướng
and
thì
how
thực sự
can
ra
you not apply
thân tướng
the
nó không
five
phải thân tướng,
skandhas
chỉ là do danh
are
định thân
empty?
tướng á.
So,
Ngủ uẩn, phi ngủ uẩn thì danh ngủ uẩn.
so when you
Thì
learn
người
that
đạo gọi là chiếu kiến ngủ
the
uẩn hay
five
không, chiếu
skandha
kiến ngủ uẩn hay không á, thì độ nhất thiết khổ ách. Thì giống như chúng
originally
ta mình thấy mọi cái nó đổ
are
thường
not
thường á, trước khi ngộ cũng như vậy, sau
exist.
khi ngộ cũng như vậy. Mà trước khi ngộ á,
So you can sit
trước khi
anywhere
chưa
you
có
want.
ngộ á thì là chúng
Basically,
sanh, sau khi ngộ
that's
rồi
what he wanna teach
là người giác ngộ á, là người
Sodompa.
tỉnh thức.
And
Hay là
the awakened one,
chúng
they
ta
don't
gọi là
mind
Hội Thánh hay là Phật đó.
whether they
Thì trước đó là phiền não khổ đau,
have the
sau đó
five
là giải
skandha or
thoát
not,
và giác ngộ.
but they know how to use the five
Thì
skandha
cũng là nói gì?
in a
Phá
way
được
that
ngũ
to
uẩn,
help
phá được ngũ
other
uẩn,
people
bắt
to
nghiệp
learn
chiếu
the Dharma.
chiếu kiến ngũ uẩn hay không, độ nhất thiết khổ ách.
And
Chúng ta trên con đường tu á,
and
hành
we
bát
on
nhã
this
đi
path
đến chỗ
of
chiếu kiến được ngũ uẩn hay không,
practice,
trải một cái pháp
and we
nó từ vô
use
đến
this
tế.
five skandha as
Cho
well
nên mới tu đâu phải là
for the
nó không có
practice.
khổ đâu, đúng không?
So when
Khổ
we
là vì ngũ
say,
uẩn
oh,
ngã
okay,
làm
when
ta
we're on
phiền
this
não
path
điên đảo,
in
làm chúng ta
practice,
khổ đau.
we're not going to
Mà ta
experience
biết tu
suffering.
tập rồi á, mà tu chưa rốt ráo á,
And
nó
that
vẫn
is
còn ở
impossible,
trong cái luân hồi sinh tử.
but because we still have
Cái
this
trở lại,
body, this
tiếp tục phiền não khổ đau,
we use the five skandhas.
lô lại. Cho nên nói cái ngũ ám ma.
So when we're talking
Thường
about
đến cái chỗ công phu tu tập á,
the
nó
five
vi tế
false
là cái
mind,
vi tế đi nữa,
the
còn dính mắc
the
ở trong cái ngã chấp vô minh á, trong cái
level of it,
phạm trù của năng với sở.
and
Thì
we
còn
still attached to it,
kẹt trong ngũ ám ma.
then we still a
Vì Đức
problem
Phật mới nói
with the
50 thứ ma
five.
ngũ ấm để cho người hành giả,
So
cho người
there
tu tập á, nó
for
luôn hoạt động
the
để đừng
Sugam
có bị
Dhamma
lọt vào
Sutra
trong đó,
want to
vợ được
mention
tà. Mà vợ trong
this
cái tà
teaching
thì nó
so
không
that
phá được ngũ
therefore
uẩn,
we
mà nó
will
làm
not
càng
fall
kiên cố hơn
into the
nữa,
wrong
ngũ
path.
ấm kiên cố. Khi mà cái
So
phiền não, cái ngã chấp kiên cố, nghiệp chướng kiên cố, tại kiên cố cái si
and we
mê
have a lot of bold
không có phá nổi.
ness
Và
in
đi
all
lầm á, tại vì
things,
mình
like
cho
the
đó
bonus,
là
the
đúng, mình cho đó
bonus in
là
karma,
phải, hay là mình cho đó nhận biết
bonus
Đức
in
Phật nói
our
từ bi nhận
knowledge,
giặc đó là con
bonus
giặc
in
nó sẽ
our
hại, nó sẽ
own
giết mình bất cứ lúc nào, mình là không
ignorance,
biết nó là giặc, mình cho nó là
and
con.
we always
Mình
want
tu nó,
to
giữ gìn nó, bảo vệ, bảo
protect
bọc cho
this
nó, không ngờ nó sẽ hại mình khi nó có cơ
stronghold
hội.
of our
Thì ở trong
ignorance,
cảnh giới tu tập
self-attachment.
chúng ta cũng vậy, mặc dù cảnh giới tốt, mặc
So
dù những cái hiện tượng
even
tốt,
in our
cái này cái
world of
kia,
practice,
thấy an
we
vui, thấy thư thái, thấy nhẹ nhàng, tự nhiên
we
thấy
able to
pháp
feel
ở đâu nó tuôn ra ào
relaxed,
ào,
peaceful,
thấy thông hiểu hết tất
and
cả những cái chánh nghĩa ban
maybe we
tri, nó
experience,
bộc lộ
we can
lộ,
see
hoặc
all
là
the
thấy có thần thông, rất
clear
rất rất là
in
nhiều
our
cái ma ngũ
like
ấm á,
the
từ tình cái
insight,
thọ tưởng hành thức,
wisdom,
đi sát thân nữa, cảm thấy nhẹ nhàng,
and we see
tất
that
cả đó nó đều
we have this all
lệ thuộc vào trong cái vô
supernatural
minh của ngã chấp.
power,
Cho nên trong
and
kinh Lăng Nghiêm Đức Phật nói
actually that
phải
is
phải cẩn thận, phải
come
cảnh
from
giác
our own
khi cái
self-attachment,
ma ngũ ấm
and that's create a problem. So
làm mình như vậy.
therefore, the Sugam
Cho
Dhamma
nên
Sutra try to
khi mà
warn
chúng
us
ta đi đúng cái tôn chỉ tam
not
thiền
to
chỉ
fall
một
into
lần
any of the
về thuở
50
đầu khởi nghi tình, chúng ta đặt
false
cái công phu lên hàng đầu, chúng ta
perception.
đặt cái công phu lên hàng đầu, giống như cái niệm thống thiết sinh tử. Với
So
công phu đó,
therefore, we
mà
need
thực tế
to
thống thiết mới đặt công phu cao,
really
giống như
focus
là một đứa nó
mainly
có sự ham
on
học,
practice.
nó mới chịu
Just
chuyên
like
tâm
good
lo học.
students,
Những đứa
always
chuyên tâm lo
try
học
to
nó có cái
focus
tâm ham học, nó ngồi
on the
đó giống
study,
như nó bị tù tháo, bị
not
cột
just
chặt, bị roi mây,
become
bị
a
dây,
procrastinator,
bị cha mẹ, bị áp lực
but
á, bị nó
really
cho
focus
khi
on
nó
the
bị
practice
điên
all the
loạn
time,
liền, tại vì nó ức chế, nó không cái
and
tâm
it help
muốn học, không có tâm ham học. Người tu cũng vậy,
the
phải có sự
student to
từ tâm,
become really good
cái
in
niềm tin,
study.
niềm từ tâm và cái niềm thống thiết
So
sinh tử
for
đó,
us,
tự nhiên công
the
phu
same
nó
thing.
đắc
We
lực,
need to
tự nhiên nó
just
thành tựu
really
liền.
mainly focus on
Cho
the
nên
practice all the time.
phải phá cái ngã chấp, không phải cái ngã mình thì đang
So anything that we achieve is based on our self-attachment. We want to achieve this and that. We achieve this Dharma. We want to become somebody. Then it's gonna fall into the wrong path. So therefore, we always keep this in mind that nothing to gain, nothing to seek, nothing to fear. So when we come to this practice, there's nothing to hold on to. There's no handle at all. So if we know that this practice is release the subject and object. So when the Buddha tried to expound on this teaching to his disciples to help them to release the subject and object in the practice, and they couldn't even believe it. And there are like 5,000 disciples left the assembly. So so this is about the trust in the mind that we might have been, through many lives, like thousands of years, and we or millions of years that we have met the previous Buddhas in this teaching, and therefore in this life we're able to really believe in this practice and go with it. And so therefore we should take this practice seriously. So otherwise we gonna fall into not believe in our practice in our own mind, and then we go after the practice that always that longing for something to gain, something to seek, and we maybe easily change our mind very quickly because of our mind not fully trust in the practice, and because of our self-attachment and ignorance always create the way that for us to follow in the wrong path, or even fall off the path, and we don't practice anymore. So therefore we really should learn this thoroughly from this teaching in the Sugam Sutra.
Dạ thưa thầy, thì giống như là con bạn của con cũng chia sẻ những cái thần đồng, những cái người mà người ta biết trước được cái tương lai đó thầy. Người ta
And this is another question about his or her friends there, about folks who has superpower, super knowledge.
Thì cái đó có phải là cái dục của tự tánh hay là cái
and is this come from the self nature, the functions that innate in our cell nature? So can you explain more? So this not really. This is mainly come from our own cell nature. It's not like that. Everything awaken like the Buddha. You cannot just like have worldly acting, but in the meantime you have the superpower. So that is not synchronized together. It's not the same. So and
với Đức Phật lên cung trời Đao Lợi
just like the Buddha cell nature, he able to use it very wisely. I mean, in different situations, he able to manifest, his teaching in anywhere. So when any Buddha, achieve the enlightenment, is has the vow. He has the vow to rescue teaching all sentient beings. So that's just the innate skillful means from our cell nature. So if you compare someone like that in our world, have this kind of superpower, so the people, the folks in the heaven realm, they have the same, capability. So when you practice like that to just have that kind of superpower, then it's waste. So, and just like monastic, when let's say the monks, if they practice to have this skillful the skill to tell the fortune, right? And then he betray his goal, his own duty. So when you attach to any of this, then you're gonna create go into the wrong path. So if all the fortune tellers able to tell the right thing, so they themselves should become billionaire already. So if you fall into this superstition belief, and it's all come from our own cell attachment. So just like in the worldly life, people say, oh, the couples, they are destined for each other, and when they fall in love, and then they give birth to a baby, a child, and then this child come into their life and they mess up their whole thing. So the whole situation here is about the faults of our own mind, because our own false mind is only have this right and wrong all the time. So therefore, when you're able to maintain the doubts, it's gonna lead us to leave the self-attachment and the conventional mind. So thank you. So we are running out of time. Thank you everyone, and you have a good day.